Welcome to Talk Sports with D Mac, yours truly. And on this show, we talk about all sports related topics, but mainly my Philadelphia Eagles. And we're coming at you in three, two, one.
Background.
Hey, you already know what time it is, man. Eagles all day, every day, bro.
Man, look. So,
Tell
how
me,
you like?
tell me what you feel about how the season has gone so far.
Well, honestly, I'm more of a realistic Eagle fan, so I'm gonna just give it to you straight. We have by far overachieved for the most part. I feel like we've overachieved, but at the same time, we are better than people thought we were gonna be. And I think Eagles fans, we are better than we thought we was gonna be. Like before the season even started, I was like, I was under the impression that we were going to be competitive because finally Howie had a good draft. For
Yeah,
the love of God, it's
yeah,
about damn time.
for sure.
Howie finally got some skin on his head and he drafted what we needed. He wasn't doing terrible before, but it wasn't sustaining. You know, it wasn't we couldn't sustain what Howie was doing. The last couple drafts, and we got a little Super Bowl out the deal or whatever, but
Yeah, I feel like he had some real bad misses in the draft with the wide receiver position, especially, JJ Arcega-Whiteside, complete bust. And we already know the most recent one with Jalen Reagor. He traded him to Minnesota, to play with the guy that he could have had in Mr. Gritty himself, Justin Jefferson down there in Minnesota. So that was just egregious. But like you say, man, the latest draft, I think he did pretty good. And most notably is all the free agents that he brought in this past offseason.
I was getting
That's going to be a big problem. All the players that's on 1-year deals, right? So the linebacker position, you know what I'm saying? You got to figure out what you're gonna do with the linebacker. You got James Bradbury. You got to figure out what's going on with him.
pay him now.
Chauncey Gardner-Johnson. What
Pay him
like
now.
you got a lot of big decisions to make. But so far, I'm gonna leave that to later on. That's a later topic. You know what I'm saying? But right now, man, Eagles 8-0, man. Eagles 8-0 and cruising. Do you see any losses in the next 3-4 games? So let me give it to you, right? The next 4, right? Monday Night Football this week, Commanders.
That should be easy work. But
easy work. That's a dub.
They are playing better, right? Washington looked good. And I don't even think they won the last couple of games. They did, but Washington has been competitive in their last couple of games, right? Now, the Eagles are still on the rise, and we haven't. I don't even think the Eagles have played our best ball yet, honestly.
Nah, I don't think so either.
I think we're honestly pretty good, and we've been surprising teams with how well balanced we are. And like you said, how we really had a great year. He had the same. He might have had a better year than what he had when he signed all those free agents the year that we won the Super Bowl. Because not only did he draft well, he paid attention to the little weak spots that we had on the team, and he was just plugging, here, let me put you here. I'm gonna put you here. I'm gonna put him over there. Then I'm gonna go get Robert Quinn. We really look like the Super Bowl team of old.
Right.
Now, only thing I would say, we don't have a Malcolm Jenkins on the back end, but Epps has been carrying his weight this year. And I mean, come on, CJ Garner.
What about CJ? CJ back there got 5 interceptions, bro.
He done got his hands on about 5, 6 of them things. So
yeah,
that don't hurt either.
We gotta pay the man. Gotta pay him.
We got to pay him. I mean, not just for, Lord knows, number one, his production. Number two, the swagger he brings to the team, the locker room guy that he's a must. I mean, honest to God, Howie has enough cap space to pay all of these dudes. Bradbury, he can get all these dudes for some
I
solid.
don't know about that. That's a lot of money, boy. That's a lot of money.
I think we can lock
You
down
gotta pay
Brad.
Miles Sanders too. Don't forget about Miles.
That's the thing. Honest to God, I want Booby to get paid, but I honestly think Booby can take a nice contract that won't cripple us to the point we can't pay either at least CJ Gardner-Johnson and what's the linebacker 43 White.
What? Yeah, Kazir White. Yeah, Kazir White. But you know what? I really don't think that I want them to keep Kazir White because I feel like he's been playing great this season. But if we do lose him, you got to remember we still got that boy from Georgia, Nakobe Dean. He waiting.
Have you heard anything from Nakobe Dean this season?
Because he's not playing.
He can't get on the field. Kazir White is balling.
Exactly. That's why he's not playing.
We need to sign White.
I feel you.
Yesterday. Nakobe, and the thing about it, Kazir White is playing so good because Nakobe Dean is a baller.
Right.
That's the thing about it. He could start right now for a bunch of teams.
Right.
White is just lights out. Yeah. He can't, bro. That's the reason Nakobe ain't played. Because
I know.
White is like that.
But you know what, bro? The Eagles haven't had linebackers this good in I don't know how long, bro. Like
that's what
Jeremiah Trotter days. Like
that's what I'm saying. We ain't never had really 3 great linebackers at one time.
Yeah, that's what
we have 3 rotational linebackers right now. That's really good.
Yeah,
and I'm saying
that defense.
He holding down the fort. But I honestly think now this is where it gets tricky at. I don't want to lose nobody. Realistically, if somebody has to go out of Bradbury, CJ Gardner-Johnson, and Kazir White, I don't want to see either one of these dudes go. But who can you really afford to lose, though?
Like I said, it's probably going to have to be Kazir White because at least we got a linebacker waiting that's pretty good, to fill in that spot. We don't have another corner as good as Bradbury.
I know that. We ain't never had.
You know what I'm saying? We don't have another safety that's as good as CJ Gardner-Johnson because when CJ went out in that Dallas game, bro, for them 15 plays,
Kavon Wallace ain't gonna cut it.
No, he's not. He's not gonna cut it. He's not gonna cut it.
I think, for sure. I think we should for sure lock down CJ Gardner-Johnson.
Yes.
And I honestly think we can keep. I'm gonna tell you the contract that's gonna really hurt us. Miles Sanders is gonna hurt us. It depends on how much money he takes.
Yeah, but I think the main thing though, you got to remember, Jalen Hurts has to get paid.
But we put it like this though: Jalen Hurts, $100 million, $150 million for Jalen Hurts is a lot of money.
Oh, he gonna get more than that. AJ Brown got $100 million.
Well, right, he gonna get a quarterback money, but believe it or not, Jalen Hurts is gonna get we're gonna get him on the cheap, and Lord knows $100 million.
I hope so.
I'm gonna tell you straight up, we're going to keep Jalen on the cheap. Jalen is gonna cut us like a 4 or 5 year deal for maybe 150. If Jalen,
don't know about that, because that boy, the way that boy playing, and if he get to the Super Bowl,
hold on, I was getting that. Jalen Hurts, if Jalen Hurts gets $200 million, he is going to have to win the MVP this year. We're going to have to at least make it to the Super Bowl, and we're going to have to win it. Now, if he do all of these things and win the Super Bowl and win Super Bowl MVP, Jalen Hurts is going to get $200 million.
And you gotta also think about like the quarterback market depends on what quarterback most recently got signed, right? So Lamar Jackson is gonna get signed at the end of this year. He's gonna garner big money.
I'm gonna tell you right now, he ain't getting more than Lamar Jackson.
No.
I understand it's always next man up, but let's come on, man. You can't. I mean, even if I'm a player, you can't always. Some people we know for a fact are not gonna jump the next guy. Jalen Hurts, and I'm gonna say, and I'm a God. He's my quarterback. He's our quarterback. He should not make more money than Lamar Jackson.
No, I don't think so either.
And
I don't think Lamar has done it long enough. He has better stats. Lamar has been an MVP, so he just don't have the resume that Lamar has at this point.
The situation alone Lamar's gonna make more money, and I'm gonna be honest with you. Lamar is one of one. He is the only somebody that can do what he does. Lamar has to 250 guaranteed. I want Jalen to get 150, 200 million, if it's there. If the money is there, I want him to make all the money he can make because I want to keep Jalen Hurts. Jalen Hurts is QB1 for me.
I think Eagles have been lucky to not be in the quarterback tank.
He's my QB1. He been QB1 for me. I told him to sit Carson down a long time ago. He been QB1 for me.
Man,
I believe
Carson is terrible, bro. Carson is terrible. I didn't even see this coming because he was so great in 2017. It was like, man, how did this dude drop off from being a MVP candidate in 2017 to hot garbage where he's fumbling and throwing interceptions like crazy?
That's the thing. That's the thing with Carson. Carson already had those issues. The thing about it, when you winning, stuff is not heightened as much. He already, all of that stuff they say about Carson now, he was doing all of that then. But you had Doug Peterson, you had Frank Wright to kind of cover and mask a lot of that stuff. And plus, we had a team. We had vets on the team that can kind of sweep that stuff under the rug. The Chris Longs, the Fletcher Cox of the world. So it wasn't attention put on that. But even then, Carson was still balling, and he was good. He was healthy, and he was actually balling at that time. So wasn't nobody saying that. The moment he fell off, he's a bad teammate. He's not a good locker room guy. He has everything that was wrong with him started coming out.
Yeah.
So he's just production. Production is everything, but make no mistake, the dude, he is prototypical. He is 6'6", 250, can make any throw. He's still Carson. This is just, he bubbling now. He just can't seem to get back in. But the dude was 2 games away from winning the MVP. I tell people Tom Brady was the sympathy MVP that year. I feel like Carson should have still got it. The man threw 36 touchdowns and didn't even get a chance to play one playoff game. He tore his ACL right before we played the Rams. He tore his ACL against the Rams, and that was it. Tom Brady shouldn't have got MVP that year. I don't know why people are so mesmerized by him, but that's another conversation for later today.
Yeah, but for sure, man.
I'm petrified. I'm so petrified because I want to keep all these dudes. I really want to keep Kyzir White because he's another dude. They like Kyzir in Philly. They a locker room guy. They like him. I don't think we can afford to lose him, bro. I think we got to keep him.
Yeah, but if Eagles keep Kyzir White and you got TJ Edwards, them your main 2 linebackers. So when will Nakobe Dean be able to see to the field? Like, we gonna keep redshirting him?
Like, I'm with you. As a general manager, if somebody is if we're gonna take a loss somewhere, it might be Kyzir White because Nakobe Dean might be ready to play. But boy, let me tell you,
I'm saying
Kyzir White is
he a beast. He a dog. I like him. He can cover. He can blitz. I mean, he's man. I haven't seen no linebacker like that good in a long time on Philadelphia Eagles. Man, I'm telling you. Like, I love Kyzir White. I don't want them to. But I mean, like I said, you're not gonna be able to keep everybody. That's just the reality of it because of money. And then, you got, like, if Eagles make it to the Super Bowl, a lot of these players that's on these 1-year deals, they're gonna get max deals from other teams. Like, it's all about the money. Like, they're gonna chase the money.
But I'm gonna tell you this though, right? Bradbury is not gonna get a Jalen Ramsey type deal.
Oh nah, but he is playing great this year though.
He ain't gonna get the deal people think he's gonna get. Bradbury gonna get a good deal, but make no mistake, D Slay is
CB1.
A CB1 for sure. Yeah. So Bradbury is balling in the light that he balling, not because he's in a great situation too. I like Bradbury. It's kind of like Mike Tomlin said. They some rough riders. Them boys, they done been out there on them islands before. He's experienced, so he knows what, what I'm saying? And Bradbury is like I said, he's battle tested. So I want to keep him just off experience alone. And he know what he's doing. He's not going to find a better situation than what he's in right now at CB2. Like, all you got to do is, and not only is he but he's one of the best number 2 corners in the league though.
I mean, he could be a number 1 on pretty much any other team.
That's what I'm saying.
How many other teams got Darius Slay? You know what I'm saying?
What I'm saying, D over the Man, D Slade been nice though. I'm still coming to. I can't even believe we got D Slade. And Matt Patricia was over there disrespected. Come on, man. He was over there trying D Slade like he was. I'm like, what's wrong with this dude? That's why he.
Did you watch the last game against the Texans though?
Bro, clamp season.
They didn't even throw to his side of the field. I don't remember one play where they throw to his side.
Justin Jefferson.
Like
nothing.
I'm like, man.
I was arguing with Viking fans. They were talking about Kirk, because they always, when Justin Jefferson done, when somebody shut him down, I ain't gonna say something, because Justin Jefferson is like that.
Yeah.
Whenever he have a bad game, it's always Kirk Cousins' fault. I am not a fan of Kirk Cousins. Let me just say that first and foremost. That one Kirk, that was D Slade.
Yeah.
D Slade said, hey man, the next time I see you, boy, it's gonna look different than it did last time. I feel like Jefferson got the best of him last time.
Yeah, I think so too. But I think he came into that game against the Vikings super focused. Like you could see it in his eyes, like he wasn't trying to joke around and nothing. He was like locked in. He like, I got this. You know what I'm saying? And he took him out of the game.
Yeah, Slade like that. A bit D Slade been that dude, but he been like that. Yeah. But like I said, I honestly think we can keep. I think we can keep these dudes, man. I mean, look at what the Bucks, because Howie is smart. Now, remember, Howie moved a bunch of money around before, and we managed to keep a bunch of people I didn't think he was going to keep. I honestly think we can keep these people. I'm telling you, Howie going to move some stuff around. He going to mess around and keep Bradbury. He going to give Kaiser White about 40 million, but somewhere he going to dig up some money and pay him. Now, granted, we still got Nakobe Dean sitting in the clutch.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So, yeah, he's a rookie. So realistically, Nakobe might don't start if we keep Kaiser, Nakobe might don't start for another 2 years.
I just don't see that happening, bro. Because Nakobe Dean was what round did he go in?
He went a little later. He honestly he went so late too, because
he went in the fourth, right?
Yeah, he went pretty late. He went pretty late. So it's gonna be interesting to see how he does, because we got Vernon Hargraves coming up again.
Yeah, but you know what? The only way I feel like they might be able to get Nakobe Dean on the field if they do, if they start implementing the 4-3 a little bit more, where you got your 3 linebackers on the field and your base defense. But honestly, they might need to start doing that because of the fact that Eagles' run defense ain't been good this year.
Well, that's because
that boy Pierce put up 139 yards on us last week.
Listen, man, Pierce hitting everybody across the head. And let me tell you, Big Boy hurt right now, but when Big Boy come back, all that run stuff.
We missed Big Jordan Davis in that middle. I feel like he was just starting to get into a groove too.
He was, man. Biggest thing.
But you know what? He'll be back before we play Dallas, though. I know. I feel that. I feel that. Though.
Can you imagine a 4-3 defense with Edwards, Kaiser, Nakobe Dean, Big Jordan Davis, Fletcher Cox, Robert Quinn, Vernon Hargraves on your? Can you, bro? That front, what?
Yeah, Javon Hargrave has been showing out the last 2-3 games too. Like I feel like he's starting to take off.
See, another
Fletcher Cox, on the other hand, bro, I've been kind of disappointed in Fletcher this year.
Fletch balling, trust me. Everything Fletch do don't necessarily show up on the stats.
That's true too. That's true too. But look at the amount of money that's invested in this defensive line, right? I feel like we should be just bulldozing people. Look at the names on the defensive line, bro. Look at the money in the defensive line that we got.
But Graham is balling and Fletch is balling. I honestly think the stat sheet ain't too kind to them right now. But boy, let me tell you, Graham and Fletcher Cox, I think they both have done a great job. Now, of course, we always want to don't forget, now these are veterans, so we don't want to wear them out. But boy, let me tell you, come playoff time,
they're gonna turn it up.
Listen to me. Fletcher, boy, look at here. Fletcher Cox and Brandon Graham is going to turn it on come playoff time. I'm telling you right now. Nick Sirianni, and the boy, look at Nick. I got to give him some credit, but when he first got there, I didn't know what I said. Man, who the hell is this?
It was doubting him a little bit. He was like, "This dude can't be our coach." But he a good motivator, though, bro. He a good motivator.
again. I said the Chip Kelly days are back again. Who the hell is this dude? He can't even read notes he wrote.
He near as worse as Chip Kelly.
I thought we was
Nick
headed down.
Sirianni got emotional intelligence.
Yeah, he do. He ain't a whole bunch of stuff Chip Kelly is, as we know. But trust me, Nick Sirianni, he know what he doing, man. I'm starting to trust Nick. Like he's ready. Like, believe it or not, Fletcher and Brandon gets a lot of rest. They don't.
Yeah, he take care of them.
He take real good care of them. Like Nick got the whole thing mapped out. I'm telling you. I like Nick know what he doing over them. I'm telling you, he know what he doing. But come playoff time, that's when you're gonna see the best of them. Right now, they just eat. They putting up a few numbers right now,
they just trying to work their way through the season.
But I'm telling you, man, Howie, he basically rebuilt, maybe a little better. Like I said, the only thing, the only real weakness is, and we don't have a Malcolm Jenkins, but I don't want to disrespect Epps because Epps is hidden and he covering.
I feel like Epps is solid. He just ain't making like the interception plays like CJ Gardner-Johnson. He's not making interceptions, you know, but he'll try to lay the wood on you every now and then, you know what I'm saying? But he just solid. He a solid player. He's not like flashy. He just solid, man. He's solid. He do his job. I'll take that though. I'll take that over somebody who's gonna be back there on the back end as a liability.
But if he steps up, when he steps, because he's getting better every year, the better Epps is on that back end, and the more he starts enforcing, that's when that defense is gonna go to another level because everybody else is kind of set in their positions. Everybody, but I'm telling you, the back end, we need Epps to be that map. We need him to go ahead and step into that role and say, look, this is what I'm gonna do. Once everybody figure out their role and they stick to that, I'm telling you. But I ain't worried about going undefeated because it was kind of like the Super Bowl year we had. We won a bunch of games, and then finally got a little scuff on the chin. I forgot who beat us. Somebody beat it, but you can tell they weren't really tripping. They was mad they lost, but it was okay. I'm glad they'll get it on out the way so they can change the narrative. And then come playoff time, we're gonna start opening up some more cans for them again, and we did.
Yeah, I don't really care about being undefeated either. I mean, it's nice to be undefeated, but I feel like every week, like that's all they talk about is undefeated. Like, man, like I know that the players get tired of hearing about it and answering questions about it and all this type of stuff. I think that the biggest thing is like they don't care about going undefeated. They in their minds they have bigger goals in mind than being undefeated. Like we want to get to the playoffs and make a deep run in the playoffs and get to the Super Bowl. We don't really care. Like if we're undefeated in that process, that's great. If not, who cares, man? As long as we get to where we're trying to go.
1,000%. I agree with you 1,000%. But boy, look at here. We don't do nothing else. Miss Brown's son. Who can we talk about 11 for? I don't even want to say his name.
I was just about to mention him to you. I was like, man, what do you think about AJ Brown, bro?
I believe AJ Brown is on my team first and foremost. Tennessee.
I can't believe it either. And this dude is what, 24 years old?
I cannot believe it. And the best part about it, him and Jalen had a relationship before he even got there.
Right. They like best friends.
Dudes talk off the field. That's why when stuff go wrong on the field, it's straight. I was so glad a wide receiver because we don't need another Donovan McNabb T.O. situation where they were just two different people. T.O. was just that good. Anybody could have threw T.O. the ball. Yeah. So I was just, they had a relationship off the field, man.
Yeah.
Boy, look at him.
It's pick your poison though this year. I was just talking to my cousin a little while ago because he a Washington fan. So I called him up to mess with him because we play Washington on Monday Night Football. So I'm like, he was just telling me like, bruh, he admitted like AJ Brown is a beast, bruh. This dude is a straight beast.
Like
I told him, I'm like, pick your poison as a defense, right? Pick your poison. Like if you want to double team AJ Brown, Devontae Smith will go off on you, right? And then on top of that, right, you got to worry about Dallas Goedert, who is a top 3 tight end, bro. Like this dude is so underrated. People don't talk about Dallas Goedert enough in that upper echelon of tight ends in this league, bro. But Dallas Goedert, like he yak. He gonna try to run you over. He gonna make every catch. Like he rarely drop any balls. So you got Goddard, you got AJ Brown, you got Devontae Smith, and then you got Miles Sanders. Plus, you got to worry about Jalen Hurts running the ball. So How you can't
Yeah.
defend everything, bro. You cannot defend everything. Pick what you want to take away, and we'll kill you with everything else.
That's
Like,
what I'm saying. Yeah.
I
That's
just
it.
don't see how you can stop it, bro.
We should win the Super Bowl this year, bro. Hands. I know
I feel like we can.
we should win
Like,
the Super Bowl.
what NFC team gonna stop us from getting to the Super Bowl?
And all that, Michael, first and foremost, they say the Cowboys is the biggest threat. I'm honestly not worried about the Cowboys. I mean, any football beat you any given Sunday. I'm not really worried about the Cowboys because all of that Michael Parsons shit was when Lane Johnson was in the game, man,
Shut down.
we know about the other number 11. All I knew, our number 11 was all right. The other number 11, he was non-existent. So they can miss me with all the Lawrence Taylor comparisons, but that's another story for another day too.
This dude is not no Lawrence Taylor. See, the media go overboard, bro. Like Lawrence Taylor, bro.
That's the
Lawrence Taylor. Like, you cannot compare this dude to no Lawrence Taylor. Lawrence Taylor was like killing people every game. Like,
I tell the Michael Parsons, bro. Lawrence, man, people used to
listen.
They could sleep at night getting ready for LT.
Yeah, like I'm not trying to take nothing from Michael Parsons because he is a great player. Like he's been good ever since he stepped on the field as a rookie. But come on, man, to compare this dude to a Hall of Fame player like Lawrence Taylor, like you just going a little overboard. Now that's disrespect. That's borderline disrespectful right there.
LT might be the GOAT. Let's stop. This is it.
Him and Reggie White is like,
you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, like you. I don't compare them dudes to nobody.
Seriously. I don't know a defensive player that grew up in a certain amount of time that didn't want to. All your favorite defensive players who you wanted to be like when you was growing up, they wanted to be him. He is responsible for all your favorite defensive players. LT was the epitome of defense. Like, I mean, when you put it all in the cup, he's what you get. I want that guy.
Man.
But man, look, I'm telling you, man, we should definitely win.
Everything
we have
good,
very. Hey, hold on. You ain't even mentioned on top of all that we got going on. We done messed around and got the number 4 pick in the draft.
Well, right now it's number 6, right? I just read recently it's number 6 because the Saints. I think the Saints lost Sunday, but
yeah, they trying to.
Hey, either way, it's a top 10 pick, man. Because like the Saints ain't gonna have no good season this year, bro. They just not. So that's a top 10 pick right there. I'll take that. So you're gonna add another, impact player in the draft. Yeah. I'm like, if he just don't mess this up, just pick the best player available, bro. And you can't go wrong. Like, I feel like the offense is pretty much set. Unless they talking about drafting another offensive lineman, which we don't really need. But other than that, you don't need really nothing else on offense. So I would use that pick on a defensive player. I mean, probably a cornerback.
To replace, that's if we don't re-sign Bradbury.
Yeah, but even with that, you know what I'm saying? It's like, okay, you got Brad, even if we have Bradbury and Slay, right? Mm-hmm. And you get a top 10 corner coming out the draft, like Slay and Bradbury, they ain't 24 and 25, you know what I'm saying? Like, they getting up there in age, so eventually, they gonna be out of here. You gotta have that person in waiting, just like we got with Nakobe Dean. So,
man, look. It's a great problem to have. I'll tell you that. It's a great problem to have. I'm honestly torn between more in the middle. So this is literally, do you want another pass rusher? Like, seriously.
We got so many players on that defensive line already.
It's all about who's honestly gonna stay, who's staying and who's going.
I feel like some of these like Fletcher Cox is only on a 1-year deal too. So
yeah, I think he's going after this year, man.
Yeah, I think Fletcher might be gone, bro, because Jordan Davis he stepped right into that role.
Man, you don't know how happy I am about Big Boy in the middle. I prayed for him. Lord, if Howie don't do nothing else, he better go get that big boy from Georgia.
Yeah.
Oh,
He did good. Howie did good this
woo.
year.
Howie showed out this year, man. I kid you not. If he didn't have the kind of year he had as a general manager, I wanted him out of there.
Oh,
Too
yeah, for
inconsistent,
sure.
man. I wanted him gone. He always do that. He'll have a year like this, then he'll disappear for like 3 years.
Yeah.
Stress us all out, then he'll come back and do it. Come on, man.
Definitely.
Taking
He
Jalen.
redeemed himself though, bro. I feel like he redeemed himself. We on a good path to get to the Super Bowl this year. I don't see no teams standing in the way. People keep talking about Minnesota, which we already beat. People could talk about Dallas, we already beat. Oh, they say, oh, Dak didn't play in that game. I feel like if he did play in that game,
we'd beat him worse.
Still would have beat him.
I feel like we would have beat him worse if they would have had that.
Exactly. Because that next game when Dak came back against the Lions, he didn't play good in that game. Like he looked below average in that game.
That's what's so, bro. Cowboy fans are so delusional. They always
trying to tell them. It's like
Cowboys when they play teams like, I mean, bro, it's beat the 49ers and then we'll talk. That's what I was getting into too. The 49ers is like the only team out there that really scares me that I know we're gonna have to face. Like Fred Warner and them boys, Armstead, Bosa,
their record don't reflect the talent that they have on that team, and a lot of their players been hurt this year so far.
For sure.
They got some dogs, and DeMeco Ryans is coaching that defense. You remember when DeMeco Ryans used to be our linebacker?
Man, that boy was like that too.
Yeah, DeMeco Ryans was that dude, man. Like I was so happy when we had DeMeco Ryans.
Yeah, man. Shit, I don't know why I'm gonna be trying to keep dudes like that. Keep the local dudes, man. Keep them in, you know, the home dudes there, man. But yeah, they balling. Then the one thing I ain't gonna lie, the main dude that scared me on the 49ers is that damn Deebo Samuel. I mean, dude, what is he made of?
Yeah, but they got Christian McCaffrey too now, so he like a jack of all trades. So he another person to worry about. And you got Brandon Ayuk. You know, he can scratch the defense.
And we got D Slay. I ain't worrying about no Brandon Ayuk. We got D Slay for him. But that don't mean Brandon Ayuk ain't like that now, because he raw. I like Ayuk. Christian McCaffrey, we gonna put some lead on him too. We got Booby. That's how I felt about the Christian McCaffrey trade. I'm like, yeah, we got Miles Sanders. Y'all got Christian McCaffrey.
Yeah, everybody kept talking about Eagles trying to get a running back at the trade deadline. I'm like, why would you do that? We got 4 good running backs, bro.
4 of them.
Yeah, like Trace. I feel like Trace Sermon, if they let him play, like he'll be that thumper type running back that just punish people. But he behind Miles Sanders, he behind Gainwell, Boston Scott. You know what I'm saying? It's like
hitters in front of him now. He got some hitters in front.
Exactly. I'm like, we don't need a running back right now.
Listen to me. We don't need a running back, but I won't lie to you. If we would have messed around and got Kareem Hunt, I wouldn't have been mad. Depending on what we had to give up to get it.
They was talking about Kareem Hunt, Bradley Chubb, and I even heard Alvin Kamara out there. People was talking
I heard about the Kamara trade too. Don't get me wrong. Alvin Kamara is all world, but I'd rather have Kareem Hunt.
Right.
Because Kareem Hunt do not. I ain't saying Alvin Kamara do, but I'm just telling you.
Right.
Kareem Hunt do not take no plays off. Every time that man touched the ball, he is trying to punish somebody.
Yeah.
And I was just like, boy, look at him. Kareem Hunt and Booby Miles Sanders, man, come on.
But what you gonna do with Gainwell, Boston Scott, and Trey Sermon?
That's what I'm saying. Depending on what we would have had to give, I think we could have sent them over there.
That's like an embarrassment of riches. Like you got too many good players.
I know. Right. I didn't want to give Boston Scott though. I love me some Boston Scott.
I like Boston Scott, bro, because he remind me of Darren Sproles so much, bro.
Darren Sproles, man, I love Darren Sproles. Goodness gracious, that dude be up at night for years, and then I said, good Lord, we finally got him. I ain't got to worry about it no more. Highly underrated guy. He one of the most underrated football players to ever play the game. people will never give that man the credit he deserved for keeping defensive coordinators up at night. Darren Sproles was a nightmare.
Yeah, man.
Nightmare. I'm telling you, these Sproles was like that, especially in his young Saint days.
Yeah, he was on another level, bro. Like he's
Bro,
so low to the ground, you couldn't even like you ain't know where he was at. By the time you figure out where he at, he gone.
and tough. One scared to run into you.
And
Tough as
a
hell.
tough runner. Yeah, for sure.
That man had a great career to be that little, man. I'm talking about the dude was balling. Bump his size. Darren Sproles was ball. He was a baller.
Yeah, that's a reason. That's a example I throw out there to people that talk about, oh, you know, size this and size don't always matter, bro. You gotta have some heart. You gotta have that dog in you.
Yes, Lord. Yes, Lord. I'm talking about, boy. Look at little Austin Eckler. He another one. I feel like he don't get enough credit. Austin Eckler is a bad boy.
For sure.
Austin Eckler is like that.
Yeah, I agree, bro. I think the only game remaining on our schedule that kind of concerned me is the Titans game.
Yeah, I ain't gonna cap. Tennessee.
Because Big Derrick Henry, that boy gonna punish some people out there.
Man, look, that's the
but
one
they can't
thing
keep up with our offense. You know what I'm saying? We can score fast. They got to run the ball.
Yeah, and you know AJ Brown gonna want to put foots in them. So
yeah, that's the revenge game right there. That's the AJ revenge game.
Yeah, it ain't even necessarily to me a revenge game, but I think for sure he gonna come out with a little umph for that game because he just like y'all really play it with me.
Yeah,
y'all really like I feel like
y'all acting like I'm not that dude,
bro. I feel like we got him on the cheap too because AJ Brown is a top 5 receiver in the league. I don't care. I'm tired of arguing with people about it. 11 like that.
Yeah.
All you got to do is throw him the ball.
Dog, for sure.
It's his yak for me too. He a big strong guy. He got some speed. He run decent.
Like every time he touched the ball, he can score, bro. Because I be feeling like the cornerbacks out there don't want to tackle this dude. They don't want none of him. They don't want no problems.
They don't want no parts of that. Trust me. AJ Brown is definitely a handful, man. He's physical, big physical guy. Catch, and the one thing Jalen Hurts needed a guy to kind of help him out a little bit. Basically, that was going to be great and better for his development as far as just getting the ball out there, throwing the ball and testing throws. AJ Brown is the perfect guy for that because you can throw it back. Because I ain't gonna lie, some of them balls that Jalen Hurts threw him, them throws wasn't on no money. AJ Brown will make you look good.
You're talking about in the Steelers game, the 3 touchdowns.
Man, what? He was just throwing. He was just giving them a chance.
He caught it over two defenders and then pointed at him like, "I got you and I got you." Now what?
Mike Tomlin is a knucklehead though. Mike Tomlin, well, he the type of coach. He gonna say, "Hey, I'm gonna keep, you have to keep showing me you like that." Because I ain't nowhere in the world he's supposed to have that dude over there single coverage with AJ Brown like that.
Bruh. AJ just a beast. I don't think it matter who covering him. I don't. It's not many corners that can cover AJ Brown one-on-one.
That's what I'm saying. One-on-one, I like
Jalen Ramsey might be able to give him a go because of the size. You know what I'm saying? Like he a big corner.
Yeah, I like Ramsey. Ramsey might be my favorite corner. I really like Ramsey because I like Ramsey because he come up and he ain't afraid to hit. But he be pissing me off sometimes. He
fell off a little bit though. Like he ain't showing up and showing out like he been doing in past years.
I don't honestly think Ramsey fell off as a player or as a talent. I just think he done got caught with his pants down a couple of times, and that's because he's not focused. He worrying about all other little loops and little gaps on that defense versus paying attention to himself and his coverage because Jalen he done got caught sleeping a couple of times. But he's still Jalen Ramsey. Now, trust me, I don't put nobody above him because one-on-one, mano-a-mano, I like his chances, man. The dude's 6'3", 6'4" corner, 200. I mean, yeah, I like Ramsey.
Yeah, he that dude.
Will come get you.
Hey, I got like less than a minute on this thing, man, but I appreciate you coming on and giving me a couple minutes of your time, man. I got to get your number and text you when the Eagles on, man. So Eagles fans, unite out here, man.
Yo, listen, man, whenever you want to talk football, whatever, definitely about our Eagles, but I'm always available. Just hit me up, man, and we're going to do it.
I got you, man. I appreciate it, bro. Hey, be easy
no,
out
bro.
there.
For sure, brother. You too, man. I'll talk to you soon.